Welcome back to Wondered Bliss. My name's Kevin. I'm an artist, a poet, and a recovering fool who's made damn near every mistake in my life and suffered damn near every consequence for it. But I've learned a thing or two, and I'm here trying to offer what I can to anybody else who's feeling lost, hopeless, helpless in their life, without a clue where to start, how to change, what to do, how to feel. Because I've been there, and I know it feels very alone, or you'll feel very alone when you're sitting there struggling in it. And what I have to offer is my poetry. So I've been going through my books page by page, poem by poem, and just talking about every topic, every question, every frustration that I've ever had, and everything I've learned from it too. Because this life is an interesting one. It is an interesting education, and how God chooses to do it has confounded me for years. But it's starting to make more sense, day by day, step by step. And it really is a beautiful thing. But you won't see that until you do, until you're sitting on the other side of that lesson, that event, that experience, that struggle, that pain. And I'm coming to you here myself. You can probably see these super dark circles under my eyes. I slept horribly last night. As I do most nights. I've complained about it a few times on here. And it's purely consequence of how I lived for 12, 13 years of my life. I was smoking every day, drinking like a madman, eating terribly, doing all of it, just wrecking and wreaking havoc throughout my entire system. And today, even though I've turned a lot of those things around, it sits with you. What you choose to put into your body sits with you for a long time. That it will. That's my current struggle and frustration. But it too, I know, is going to be teaching me something. And I say all of that because it really kind of gets into this next poem here. This is page 146 of my book, What Struggle Brings, by me, Kevin Faulkner. I'll go ahead and read it to you. It's called One Day. One day I'll look back and grin. One day I'll find the truth in this. One day I'll read the words between the lines, secretly scripted. The reality's eluding me. And I'll wonder why I ever stressed at all. Right now I may not see it. Right now things may seem plain. But one day I'll understand all of this and smile back without the pain. One day. And that's a short little poem that really only kind of works in conjunction with the rest of my book. It's never my favorite, it's not the most artfully crafted or maybe even most meaningful, I don't know. But I included it in here because it was a pretty, I'd say, important realization to be having. I published this book back when? 2021? Let me see. 2023. But I wrote most of the poetry a couple years before. It takes a while to edit and do all of that work. And like I had said, I had pretty much wrecked my entire body. I sleep horribly now, but I slept even worse then. I had uncontrolled asthma that I had smoked myself into. My sinuses were just absolutely fucked. I actually needed surgery on them to reduce some inflammation, and a lot of it's back, unfortunately. But it was even worse. And I didn't really have a grip on any of it. I was still smoking like crazy. I was still going through everything. I still was suffering from all the heartbreak that I was trying to escape from. I still had every negative assumption about life, about who I was, every insecurity, every fucking thing that you could think about. I mean, it affects everybody in their own unique way. But life just likes to beat you down, one thing after another, heartbreak after heartbreak. Failure, let down expectation after let down expectation. And you can sit there at this end of this road, wherever you're standing right now, and just be miserable. Just absolutely fucking miserable and hopeless. Like nothing's going to change. All of this just keeps on going and keeps on going. So you can use that as every excuse, and I did for such a fucking long time, to keep participating in negative behavior that may actually be making things worse, but it's offering you a bit of relief. Every time I got high, every time I got drunk, I didn't have to think. I didn't have to feel the things that I'm feeling. And I would smoke and drink until I couldn't. Pretty much every day. And I'm far from the only person out there doing that. Living in that way. Just all the time trying to keep up face. Trying to work hard through your days without knowing why you're doing it, why it's important, why it matters, why you matter, why any of this is worth doing. But you do it because you're here and you have obligations and you have responsibilities and things to upkeep, so you do it. But you're miserable through it. So you're just trying to feel better. But the trouble is, any type of drug, any type of, and that's like actual drugs, that's alcohol, that's escapism behavior, scrolling on your phone too much, watching too many movies, getting lost in drama and all kinds of things. Anything else that you can focus on other than you and your problems. Anything like that. It does offer temporary relief. But it also will steal from you. Like in my case, it stole my health. And I did it to myself. I'm not asking for sympathy. But it did. And I suffered way more because of it. Stole my time, my attention. Stole my, willingness to face my problems. To look at them, to deal with them. To suffer that pain and burden. I lost that for a while. And I had to, of course, get it back, and you always can. I've talked about it many times. Every single person, all of the time, they are the full potential of humanity. That is existing inside of them all of the time. But where you're standing is the result of your repeated patterns of behavior. And if you want change, you want to express your life differently, express yourself differently, you have to change your behavior. You have to change your outlook, how you're thinking. And this can be a mountain and a half to get over. But it's worth doing, because then you'll start to express your life differently. You'll express a different portion of that human potential. But it's hard to see it. Like I was saying, after you're sitting at the end of this life of pain and hardship and stress and worry and work and everything else, and it's very difficult to see your life differently, to expect anything more than where you are right here, right now. Because that's where you are. That's the subset of experience that you have to deal with. And it's true, you kind of have to just, a little bit, work off faith. That's the importance of faith. It's not for God. It's not for It doesn't even have to be religious or spiritually based at all. Just faith and belief in yourself. Faith and belief in the possibility of something different, of something meaningful. You have to believe that that's possible. Otherwise, why would you do anything different? Why would you make a change? Why would you go through the pain of breaking a habit and addiction and anything else? It's not easy. Why would you do that if you didn't believe that there was something better for you at the end? And that's what's important about this poem here. Where I was sitting when I was writing this, I wasn't saying that I've seen the light. I know what's on the other side. I know where I'm going. No. Because the truth is, I didn't. I still don't all the way. I've been working on my vision more and more day by day, and it's been unfolding for me. The path that I'm walking, as you continue to walk, it continues to create itself. Or you just find where your next foot goes. The next step, the next step, the next step. You find its place. But where I was right here when I was writing this, it's a small step, but a giant leap towards positive change. I was allowing myself to believe that there might be something better someday. And that sounds so small, so insignificant, like, oh, you'll just believe that one day maybe something could be better. But when you're coming from a point where you truly don't, you truly think everything is worth jack shit, that you're skirting on the edge and you don't even know if you want to be here anymore, that is a fucking leap. And it's one that, it's so freeing, because that pain that you can harbor, for one, it's not true, because there is always the light. There is always the positive potential. There is always new experience just waiting to be had. And if you forget that, you won't see it. But remembering that it's like, okay, yes, right here I might be in the midst of it, but every storm ends. It does. And on the other side, things will look different. There will be all kinds of havoc that you gotta clean up. But then there's going to be a period in between storms where things are going to start to make more sense, and they're going to start to balance out, and things will be good, and you can rebuild, and maybe even build back better. You can improve. Even from a weakened position, you can. You may not feel like you can right here in that moment, but like I was saying, as you walk that path, you just have to find your next step. If you have it in you to push this much further, and then this much further, and then this much further, which you do, it doesn't have to be big leaps. In fact, often it's better to take things slow, take things at pace. What's the rush? What's the rush? If you're truly in misery, truly skirting on the edge, it's like, no, you don't need to solve everything right here, right now. You just have to solve that. This little bit. One step away from that is huge. Just getting yourself to believe in the possibility of something better, not even knowing what it is yet. God, that can free your soul. It can set your heart ablaze. All of a sudden, you're free to dream again. Something is better out there. Now, what is it? What can it be? What do I want it to be? Looking at my life and where I'm sitting, I obviously am not happy with where I am. If you're sitting in those shoes, start to think, what do I want, actually? What do I want? Not what does everyone else want from me? What is the expectation everyone else has put on my shoulders? What society thinks is cool? What is deemed as acceptable? No, 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 no. What do you want? What do you want? If it is a Lamborghini and a house in the hills, then go after it. But is that actually what you want? Truly deep down? Or do you just want to be connected to life, to somebody, to something? To be free to move? I'd love a Lamborghini. If I had everything exactly my way, I'd have like 40 cars. But right now, I've got like an SUV, and it's slow. I have my motorcycle still, and I have a lot of fun on that. But noting that is like, oh shit. No, I don't have all of my sports cars and everything like I always dreamed of. But it's like, but look how far I've come. And I'm not bragging now to say, but now I have these 2 vehicles, and I've been able to support it. I have functionality. I have fun. It's like, what more do I really need? I've been happy with it. I have everything. Now, it'd be cool to have 20 more sports cars and everything else, but do I need that to be happy and fulfilled in life? No. Do I even need 2 vehicles to be happy in life? No. But I sure should appreciate it now. With the mindset I had previously a few years ago, I probably wouldn't have even appreciated it. I would have focused mostly on the burden and the crazy amount of insurance that I'm paying for having 2 vehicles and everything. It's like, oh, the stress. But it's like, but I'm getting all of my needs satisfied. So do I focus on the financial burden of having them, or do I focus on the blessing that it is? Because it's both. And that's one of the things, as I'm sitting back and grinning at my previous life, grinning and smiling at the way that I used to fucking think all the time. I was so pessimistic, so upset, because things didn't go the way that I thought they would. They didn't go to plan. I realize now, I was not looking at all of the fucking blessings that I had, all of the time. And that's for all of us. I don't care who you are, what you have, what position in life you're sitting in. You have blessings. Are they going to be the same as anyone else's? No. Are they going to be more valuable than some others? Yes. And it's a tale as old as time. But it's important to realize that comparison is the thief of joy. It really is. And I've heard people talk about it over and over, and it's so true. How, like, you're sitting in that Lamborghini, and someone's out there looking at you jealous because they're sitting in their Honda Accord. But then someone is sitting on a bike looking at you in the Honda Accord jealous as fuck because they're just on a bike. And there's a person stuck walking who's jealous because you have a bike. And there's someone who's paralyzed who can't walk who's jealous of the person who's sitting there walking. And there's someone fucking dead in the dirt who would much rather be alive, even in a paralyzed state, than to be where they are. How it doesn't matter on what end of the spectrum you're on. It's like you're always worse than some or better off than others. And with that, I mean, understanding it, like, it just allows you to enjoy your fucking life. Enjoys it to dream for more, to dream for better, to dream for everything. But, like, you won't get there if you're not satisfied with the journey. Now, that's a cliche. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's true, though. It's true. And I had this thought. And maybe I'll wrap it up with this. I don't know. But it hit me like a fucking brick the other day. And it's right around those same lines. But it struck me. Like, I don't even know what I was doing. I was like about to get dressed for work or something, but it just hit me, and I've sat with it. It was, life is not about having things. It's about the person that you become in the ascertaining of things. That's the point. That's the journey. And all of the stuff we have, all of the money, all of the goods, all of the cars, the motorcycles, the houses, the dream vacations, all of the everything that is possible, that's really just a catalyst for personal growth and development. And it's how you gauge it. It's how you have a dream for something that pushes you forward, but to push forward, you have to develop as a person. You have to discipline yourself. You have to work. You have to develop a dream. And fine-tune every single part of it. That's how you do it. And a lot of it happens almost on autopilot, and just as a sheer consequence of walking that path. But that's the point. You change. Your perspective changes. You realize what's important and what's not important, what's standing in your way. And that's huge. It's fucking huge. And it's possible. For each and every one of you, it's fucking possible. When I was fucking suicidal writing half of this fucking poetry years ago, did I think I'd be sitting where I am? In my nice apartment, with my 2 vehicles, my lovely girlfriend. I wear this ring to keep the distractions away, show that I'm a committed person, because I am. And we'll see where it all goes. But did I think that it was possible? Did I think that I was worth it? No. Do you think that you're worth it? If any of this has been resonating with you, you probably don't. But I'm here to tell you that you are. That it is possible for you. But that you probably have to change just about everything that you're doing. And there will be long-lasting consequences of many of the actions that you've taken. Some of the stuff sits with you. Like me not being able to sleep. But that too. That for me, it is a frustration. It sucks to not get good sleep. To not be restored. But what is that doing for me? It is forcing me to go even further. Pay even closer attention to my diet, to my habits, to my lifestyle. Pay even more close attention to everything that I'm doing and putting into my body, because it's having an effect. 100%. And the more that I do, the more balanced that I am in everything that I do, the better that I sleep. I know this. And the better that I sleep, the more that I'll heal. The more that I will restore all of the damage that I've done. But it takes time. And that's okay. It's okay. In this process of fine-tuning everything else, I will also improve in so many other ways too. Disciplining my diet, it fine-tunes a circuit in your brain that helps you discipline your work. The more that you discipline your work, the more you fine-tune your dreams, and you work towards your goals. And you figure it all out, but it all starts with where you are right here, right now. And your current frustration. It is teaching you something. It is guiding you. Listen to it. Find out what it is. Find out where you need to go. Where you even want to be. Figure that out. And then start to walk, and one day you'll look back on where you're sitting right here, right now. And you'll be like, why the fuck did I stress? Why was I so afraid? Why was I so worried? Wasn't that deep, was it? Was it? Feels like it. Fuck, it can feel like it. But on the other side, there's also everything there. that makes you feel alive, makes you want to live more. All of that is there if you let yourself find it, if you let yourself feel it, if you let yourself believe that it's possible. It's there. But all right, that's enough of that. I'm going to finish my second cup of coffee and probably do some painting. That sounds like a good day to me. I hope you go find something fun to do. But go check out my books. They're on my website, wonderedbliss.com. I've got 2 books, What Struggle Brings and The Melancholy Swells. I haven't gotten into that one yet. It'll be in future episodes. But you can find my books, you can find merchandise, you can find prints, all kinds of things. Go check it out. But most importantly, go have a good fucking day. Peace.